Back here at Abe Lemons Arena, 80-68, the final score. MacU gets a win over OCU here with Coach Mark Berokoff. And, Coach, your thoughts on the game today?
Well, number one, Coach Gamlin's a good friend of mine. He did a great job tonight. Two, I'm incredibly proud of our kids and the last 2 weeks that we've been dealing with. And I was just impressed by our fight. We were able to bring 3 baseball guys and a track guy in, and we've been practicing with 5 guys for a week. And our kids fought down to the last couple of possessions. I mean, the scores might be a 12-point game, but it was really a 1 or 2 possession game down very late. So I'm just proud of the guys.
I have a 3-headed monster today. Corey Guest got going in the second half, ends up with 22 points. And, boy, we talked about it before, but when he's confident, he is fun to watch.
Yeah, he was great tonight. I mean, slow first half, and then he started really turning it up in the second half. And it's hard because, I mean, we were trying to run stuff, and Josh knows what we're running, and Corey was still able to figure out a way to score. And he's been good. And Sean picked it up again in the second half after a rough first half. So we asked a lot of them tonight with what we've had, and they came through. They helped. They were great tonight.
Zone defense a lot today. I imagine that was a lot to save some legs, but kind of what led to you playing a lot of zone today?
Well, one, we've never worked on zone. So, 2, I was just worried about, for the most part, we have 5 guys that have been with us for the last week practicing. We've talked about zone, but we're not a zone team. It was just out of necessity and trying to keep guys out of foul trouble, and that was just kind of my worry was foul trouble. So we went to something that we don't really do, and it kind of kept us in there for a while.
You said before the game you weren't sure if you were going to be able to play Romario Spence, but able to get 21 minutes out of him. He didn't score much, but I thought he impacted the game today.
He hasn't been with us all week, and he really, leading up until the pause that we had, he was really looking good and really looked great in practice. And then, you lose your legs after 1 or 2 days of sitting out, and he had no legs, and I thought we'd just give it a go and see what happens. And he was great, 21 minutes. I'm impressed with his 21 minutes, and it was hard for him to breathe with having a mask on. But he played through it, and I was proud of him.
I want to bring up the 4 guys that you brought in. What kind of has been the process with them, and what have been kind of your expectations of them, just kind of filling in at last-minute emergency situation here?
Well, one, I thank, Denny and the track coach Frazier for allowing us to even use them.
Yeah.
Because Bryce is getting ready for a track meet on Saturday, and the 3 baseball guys are getting ready for bullpen session this week, and they're starting. But, Bryce played here a few years back for Coach Patel, so we knew we knew he'd be fine. And then the 3 baseball guys, we went over to Denny and just said, hey, we need some guys for practice and maybe a fill-in. And he said, they've got 3 guys, and those 3 guys have been great. For 2 days, they have bought in with our guys. They feel like they're part of the program. Our guys have treated them like they were part of the program. And they got to play today, and they all did something pretty cool tonight. And it was great to see the baseball guys here supporting them, and I thought it was great. We had 2 different sports help us out, and we now have a great bond with track and a great bond with baseball, and our guys, we love it. I mean, that's what it's about at a smaller school.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You get those teams behind you, and I imagine that once baseball season's here, your guys will be out at the baseball field cheering them on too. I think that's important in a small community like this to be able to have that kind of camaraderie between the teams.
Well, Jake and Tanner and Shinny, we told them that now that we're part of the baseball program, we want to be out there on the field with them, and we'll take BP against them throwing because they're 3 pitchers. So we've got a great coaching staff here at this university. And for Denny and Frazier to say, take some guys, that tells you a lot about this university.
So, you probably don't even know. I always ask you about your upcoming schedule, but as far as things go, things are probably a lot up in the air. You've got a game scheduled for Saturday and then back to kind of a normal schedule as the weeks come up. But what do you expect the next few days to be like as you probably start to get some guys back?
Well, the idea was let's get to Monday and we can get everybody back and get healthy. But we still have a game to play Saturday. And we're still right in the thick of this thing for the conference lead. I mean, we're 5-3. we should really, I mean, we had a forfeit a game, and you know, but we're still right in the thick of this conference, and this conference is so good on any given night. Standings can change so quickly, so we're still locked in for Saturday, and we'll just deal with what comes our way. And if we play, we play. If not, we'll just figure it out for the next week. And the guys are bought in and locked in, and they understand, and they've been great following the protocols. And so we'll just, whatever happens. We're gonna be ready.
All right, Coach. Well, we'll see you on Saturday, 80-68. The final score here. MacU gets a win.